Hi, this is Ruth Theresa with One Inspiring Woman, and today I'm going to talk to you about one of my favorite authors. Her first book I have either listened to probably close to 50 to 75 times. That's how great it is. So today I'm going to talk to you about Anita Moorjani. And Anita Moorjani tells about her life, kind of from her perspective in her book Dying to Be Me. And like I said, I've listened to it many times. She has probably read me to sleep more than almost anybody else ever. So that's been kind of a fun thing for me. So I have loved her book, Dying to Be Me, and it has given me such a great insight. Even though in my business, I get to talk to ghosts all the time. They get to tell me what it feels like to go ahead and go to heaven. But it was really interesting for me to hear of someone who came back and what did that feel like and how did that change, and just her thought patterns changing. I just thought, oh my gosh, this is such an amazing story. So if you haven't read it, it is a great story, or you can get it where you can hear it in audio. I love to hear her voice and her talk to me and tell me her side of the story. So I think that's one of them. She has several of passages that are some of my favorite ever. I think one of the best ones is um, when she went through her NDE and she started to understand when people hurt. Usually, when someone is hurting you or going out of their way to hurt you, it's usually sometimes it's out of ignorance, not realizing what they're really doing, but sometimes it's because they're in pain themselves. And because they are so disconnected from their true essence that they don't have the ability to feel the emotions, to feel that they're really hurting someone else. And this could be due to being abused in some way or because of a mental illness. So it's one of those, either way, it just gives you a different insight. I have learned in my life, usually when someone is hurting someone else, it's because they feel hurt and they feel pain in some way or some aspect of their life. So I just like the way she put it to words. Um, One of my favorite ones that she said is, when we allow our fears and ego to edge God out of our lives, which has so much to do with all the disease in the world and in our bodies, that's amazing. It's one of those, so many times people push God away, or the universe or creator energy, whatever you choose to call that energy, and they push them out and not realize that's why they're out of sync or out of alignment, and that can cause disease in our systems. Um, this one was a really fun one for me to read. Is For true healing to occur, we must let go of the need to be healed and just enjoy and trust the ride that is life. When we think that we know better, or when we try to worry or try to fix things, it can be overwhelming for us. And usually that's when we're kind of fighting everything in our world, and that will turn into a disease in our system. Um, One of my favorites too, this is my last one for her, I'll just tell you that. Unconditional love increases my energy tremendously, and and the universe acts in kind. When we send out love to others, we receive love from others. When we send out something, when we send out thoughts of something and out into the universe, loving someone, criticizing someone, hating or fearing someone, all that does is bring that energy back to us. It brings hate and fear and so many things bad back to us, because we are a mirror. What we send out into our world is the mirror that comes back to us. So when we send out love, we get love back. When we send out prayers to someone else for their success, we get that back. That's the most amazing message that I love to send, not only with my clients but my students as well, is when you send something out into the world, it's really important to know that you're sending that back to yourself as well. I thank you for joining me today, and I know that we'll be talking again soon.